Hey fellow space explorers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you a quick redesign of Mantis ship, of the Razor Leaf, to quadruple its power on a budget. That's the goal. Much more power on the budget, and level requirement for this redesign is only level 12, so from level 12 up you will be able to do that. And there is no other requirements, no piloting needed, no design skill needed, no skills needed at all. So this is very powerful early to mid-game ship. If you don't know how to get this ship, it's very simple. If you open your quest tab, you will find a Mantis quest and you just do it. It takes about 20 minutes to finish the quest and you will get the ship. If you don't have this quest for some reason, it's supposed to pop up after you loot first bunch of spacers, so just continue with your main quest. The spacers will appear and you will get this quest really soon. So now redesign. We are in New Atlantis, we don't need to travel anywhere for this, we just need to talk with ship services in New Atlantis, that's it. Modify ships.
How about it?
So that's the Razor Leaf, original Mantis, let's redesign it. So what we need to do, there's a couple of things. First, this landing gear will not be needed. That saves the weight a lot. Those two engines will not be needed. Heavy, like crazy heavy engines that we don't need, basically. So we are removing the stuff that is not needed to save on the weight. That greatly reduces our weight already. As well, what we'll be replacing, slightly better reactor. Is in order, just 2 more power, but if you really don't want to do it, you can skip the reactor part if you don't have even this budget that we need here. But now, all the pieces that need to be replaced are removed, so let's start with the reactor. So reactor from Dogstar, 20 power generated, that's the one we need. 20 power for this reactor, then the grav drive as original one that's in here, insufficient. You will suffer with original grav drive. And I know on my list there is a lot choices because I'm higher level on this character, but I'm only using parts that are unlocking at level 12, so you will have them. So it's R2000 Alpha Grab Drive, Jump Thrust of 20. This will be sufficient for all your needs. So now we have those base components installed. Oh, what I forgot to remove. Those weapons go, they are not helpful at all. So those weapons go. Now we need to add some structural elements to place more stuff in here. So first, here we go into structural, and I'm adding Nova Radiator, as it seems to fit the theme with colors and shapes. Although you can go with something else or without any and do the weapon attachments directly attached to the hub. I prefer those radiators, and at the end of those I do add horizon weapon mounts on both sides. This side horizon weapon mount. Oh, and one more weapon mount, that's a future proofing. We are removing this cap and we are adding one more weapon mount in here. That's for future proofing when you will be upgrading, if you choose to upgrade. Nova weapon mount, and we'll paint it so it will not be white, it will look way better. Other important point, there are 2 habitats that I would prefer to change. So we select the habitat, we're only changing what it is, because habitats used here are captain quarters, there is no actual purpose for it, it just looks nice inside, and we need to make it functional. So I select this piece, at least on PC, spacebar to edit, and then I can change options, and I'm looking for all-in-one. It's called, yeah, all-in-one berth with passenger slots, and there will be a bed. So that's why I want it. And the second one, it's very important, again, there is armory there, but what we want is crew slots, as crew is incredibly important. So we're looking for this one, Deimos Control Station 2x1 with 4 crew slots. Now we have crew space and a bed, so the essential stuff is now on the ship. And now the most important and most expensive step. We need to arm it up. It does need to put some solid damage. At this moment the cost is only 17k, but weapons do add up really quickly. What I'm using, those are quite cheap weapons that I can help. Regular electron beams, 3 of those. Normally I don't use regular electron beams, but in this case, on a budget, we do. 3. Because there would be no power for more than 3. I'm not using Vanguard weapons here, but if you have more budget, Vanguard weapons will be better than those. So in the future, you can replace those 3 PB30s into Vanguard auto beams. Vanguard auto beams way better, but much more expensive. 6 Vanguard auto beams will cost you around 70k, just Vanguard auto beams. So later on, yeah, sure, replace it. Now we're adding 2 more weapons that are already installed, which are Disruptor's 3308 auto electron beams. So those are the same as already installed on the Razor Leaf. We are just adding 2 more. And lastly, for remaining 4 slots, here on the bottom we are going for PB030 auto electron beam. So this build doesn't even require you to join Vanguard. We are not using Vanguard specific weapons. So at this point you don't need to be part of a Vanguard. In the future, if you plan to build upon it and make it even bigger and stronger, yeah, the Vanguard weapons will be needed. For now, that's the cost, under 70k. So I think it is really good. Of course, we need to assign those weapons. It's important to assign regular PB030 electron beams as first weapon. That will be our continuous weapon. Then I go PB030 auto electron beam, and last 3 disruptors. So I sort them based how it will be used. And we'll be firing all of them for most of the time. So that's the build. The last part of the build is painting. That's easy. Just select it all, open the paint tab, and just move the slider a little bit. That will paint everything. I will make it a little tiny bit darker, a little bit tiny more aggressive orange colors to personalize it just a little tiny bit, but still keep it like a Mantis ship, Laser Leaf. Confirm, and that it is. This is the beauty done. That's how this ship looked like after the modifications. And let me show you this guy in flight. You probably want to see how it will perform on the highest difficulty versus some enemies. Try it in combat and you can see the power distribution in flight. You need to power up the first weapon to the full, as this is continuous weapon. That's how it works. When you fire, it needs to reload after every shot. Unlike other 2 weapons that when I fire, they put a full burst regardless of the power levels, but then they need to reload after the fact. I don't have yet the proper crew. There is only Vasco and someone else, so it will be better when the engines will be boosted and shields will be boosted with the crew that I explained in my video how crew actually works. So I will have 2 extra bars of power to add to other weapons, so this will be even better. But now let's see if we can shoot above our league, as we'll be fighting now some of those Crimson Fleet pirates way above our league. That's level 46 and this ship is level 12. Even though I'm quite high level, I don't really have points into any weapon systems. But look at that, we can do some damage to Crimson Wraith. Level 46. Did recharge some other weapons. The weapon number 1 you can fire continuously. The other weapons do require to recharge, but this burst is incredibly powerful. And if I would like to put more continuous weapons, I would need way more power, as continuous fire weapons need to be fully powered to perform, unlike all other weapons that do not need that. And this guy is flying away. Let's try to go on it now. Looking. Lock it for me, please. And we have another taken down. I think we are doing really well, especially that's a very hard. Now they will take us down. I cannot take with this ship entire Crimson Fleet myself, but we did really well. so far as we could, and that's how she blew up. As you can see, this ship can handle itself, and I'm pretty sure it's impossible to make better ship with this budget. So that's why I choose the Razor Leaf, the Mantis ship to start with, as it already comes with great engines that normally do require a perks like Starship design and higher level than we have here. So those engines being available at level 12, amazing. Weapons, we just put on 2 weapons are already good, and it's a war machine after you do that. I hope you will enjoy it if you are starting now, or if you are early or mid-game. And if you are looking for endgame ships, I already have those on my channel, so you can check it out. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.